Welcome, ladies, degenerates, and gentlemen, back to the DeGents podcast. I am your host, D Fuski, with my boy, Big Rich, my co-host. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. How we doing tonight? How you doing today, Fuski? Good?
Ready to rock? Some big games coming up. Some big games last weekend.
Yeah, man. It's conference championship weekend. We had rivalry weekend in college football last weekend. Great games all around. A lot of fun, but looking forward to this week. NFL was all right. I didn't really watch a whole lot since I was at Gillette Stadium for the Pats game, so I couldn't really pay a whole lot of attention. But I had some action. I had some
Oh
action
yeah,
on all the games, but we'll get into it pretty briefly, and then we'll get into this week.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna do a quick one here. It's a short slate in college, obviously, with just the championship game. So I think there's a total of like 9 or 10 or so. Um, but yeah, overall good weekend. I went 5-3 in NFL and 6-4 in college football. So I will take that. Two positives. That brings me to a total of 40, 36, and 5 in the NFL and 60, 55, and 3 in college football. So staying above that line. And now we get down to crunch time here.
So that's quite impressive that you've been able to stay above that line.
Yeah, it's
Um,
been good so far this year.
yeah, this past weekend, let me just hop through real quick. Oh boy, let me just. So in college, I can't tally it all up like this, but whatever. I But the plays that were from the podcast and the plays from the like college and NFL, I want to say I was like 8-2-2 or 7-2-2. And then obviously, like I got greedy both days, Saturday and Sunday, added plays, and I kind of want to combine like one
Oh
and
yeah.
six on the added plays, 1-7. So it's like I wish I could just go back. Oh my god! Oh my god! Sorry, I'm sweat. Oh, don't foul him. No, sorry, I am sweating out a Baylor UConn bet. Did they call the game or did they call that a foul? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live sweat.
I
Baylor
love it.
just Baylor. I have Baylor plus 3.5. They just scored. They just scored. They were down 4. They scored a layup with 0.7 seconds left. UConn inbounds the ball and Baylor fouls. Is there enough time to get that foul off? I don't think so, but they're reviewing it. I think it's going to be a foul, and they're going to make both free throws, and I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it.
No, terrible attitude. Terrible
Oh man!
attitude.
But I think as I was saying is I just got to. I was looking back at the plays over the weekend, and obviously the added plays were not too hot. So I just got to kind of stick to the script. I do my research. I do what I got to do during the week, find my plays, and then all of a sudden Saturday, Sunday hits, and I start firing away, spray and pray. But um, kind of, but it's not going to be like that this weekend, obviously. But I do have a play in every college football game. I think that's a tradition
Yep,
that we have to start. Conference championship week.
100%. Yep.
We got to find a play in every game.
I'm with you on every game. But yeah, I mean, I found that I'm obviously adding plays too. I mean, you're that's what we do all weekend is we find the spots. But I found that the plays that I put on the show here, I'm a lot more informed on, and they seem to do a little bit better. But you got to throw that live action for sure, or last minute action. You got 5 minutes to go, and you're not doing so hot, and right before kickoff, you throw in one. But I'm gonna let you finish that Baylor game before we hop into a couple games college wise because we are 1 week away from a finalized first ever finalized 12 team college football playoff.
So what'd you say? We're 1 week away from college football bracket. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, we have the final rankings, and then next week will be the actual playoff bracket. I take it they hit both free throws, and that was the game.
Yeah, they hit both free throws, and then Baylor had a half court heave and rimmed out.
Mm.
So
Tough one. That's college basketball at this time of year for you.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I got something from DraftKings saying I won my Baylor plus 3.5 bet.
Well, you better cash that out right now before they
Yo,
take it from you.
yo, what? What?
Hurry up and put that right in the bank account, son.
Yo, DK fucked up.
Yeah, they did that to me one time on a golf bet.
Should I just withdraw it?
You should, or they're gonna take it back.
Yo. Wow. This is all coming live on the podcast, Fusky.
Love it.
Crazy
Screw
sweat.
DG.
I lost my bet. DraftKings decided to reward me, and I just withdrew everything in my account.
Attaboy.
You ain't taking that shit back, boy. You fucked up.
The books can't always win.
Okay. All right. So
Love
let's
it.
get back into it. I have.
Yeah.
I'm going to
True,
turn the
true
TV.
DGen
I'm gonna,
in his natural environment.
I'm going to turn the TVs off. All right, because I could definitely get wrapped up in another college basketball game. Um, but you were saying we're a week away from the rankings and then the bracket, correct?
Well, we had the final rankings yesterday. Today's Wednesday, December 4th. We had the final rankings yesterday. Then we have conference championships, so that will lock everybody in. And it'll just
Yeah.
be up to the committee to pick those final few spots, even though it's probably more like one or two spots
Yeah.
that are really not locked in. So yeah, we're here, the first ever 12 team college football playoff. And I have to say, I like watching college football, but I've never been this involved in watching college football. So I don't know. I've never watched this much college football throughout the season from start to finish, and we're not even at the end yet. So I think it's great for the game. I know a lot of people had mixed reviews when they first proposed it, but we had meaningful games for the last 3, 4 weeks that would have never mattered in the past, and it's fucking awesome.
No, yeah, it is. It is unbelievable. I think it was one of the best things they could have done. Right. Um, Going from the 2 team to the 4 team was big, but I feel like every single year there is one or two teams out where complaining, and I mean deservedly so. Like Florida State last year probably should have made the college football playoff, undefeated season, yada yada yada. Happy they didn't, but that's why they should open up the 12 teams
Hmm.
to give
And
give those teams.
it
What was
won't
that?
stop here. It won't stop here. They'll ask for 16 and then more
Yeah,
and more
yeah,
and more.
yeah,
Because there's always going to be those like this year we have a bunch of 3 loss teams that are going to be fighting for that last like Bama, South Carolina,
yeah.
and
Ole Miss.
um and Ole Miss are now kind of bidding for that last spot, depending on what happens in the ACC championship and the SEC championship and all that. So
Yeah.
it's always going to be more and more, but I think 12 teams is great for the game, and we'll see where it goes from here. But I'm excited to watch, so let's go.
Yeah, I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped.
Yeah, speaking of, let's just do a quick rundown. I mean, we won't go through every game, but the meaningful ones. I mean, obviously Michigan upsets Ohio State. One of, if not the worst loss in Ohio State history. I mean, this is terrible. 4 years in a row now. We all saw this wasn't the only one, but the flag planting and probably the worst one with the police macing the players after to get them off the field, which is insane. But that's rivalry
Absolutely.
week, man. I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah. That's rivalry week in college football right there, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss to mention the play of the decade comes through on a last minute touchdown for the Gamecocks. That game was
Dang.
crazy. South Carolina wins 17-14 over Clemson. And they keep themselves alive, like I said, to maybe get themselves a bid in the playoff, depending on what happens this coming week. So play of the
Yeah.
decade, we unfortunately won't see Rich and a Trevor Lawrence wig, but That's okay.
No,
Play the decade's got to hit.
you won't see it. Um, it would definitely would have been good content. So maybe we should start putting some more stuff on the line here and there. Maybe
This is
maybe
this is the time to do it.
yeah, maybe next week Fuski will be wearing a bicycle helmet or something.
I could probably use one 24/7 anyways, to be honest. Anyways, um, let's see. Let's just get a couple. Most top 25 teams won this week besides Miami. Syracuse gets the outright win as 11 and a half, 12-point dogs at home, and bounces Miami from the ACC championship. So that's tough there. I mean, I said it, 8-3 team getting 11 points. It was too many, and Syracuse comes in and beats Miami. They've been skating along all year, so doesn't surprise me really. But
Yep. Definitely a lot of close games for Miami all year. I wanted to ride you with that bet, but this Miami either wins by 50 or is in a tight matchup, and I just couldn't get a feel for either side there. So I was like, I hope Fuski wins. And I was kind of kicking myself for not riding with you, but
hey, Kyle McCord's balling out this year.
oh yeah, big time. Ohio
Um,
State man, I think he's better than why can't I think of his name?
Will Howard.
Will Howard, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Teach their own.
Um, Bama takes care of business in the Iron Bowl, two-score win. Let's see. Indiana 66 nothing over Purdue. I didn't catch any of that game, but that doesn't surprise me as a final score there.
Yeah, you didn't
Uh,
have to catch any of that game.
yeah, I assume it was over in the first 5 minutes or so. Um, Texas A&M was the primetime game. Texas wins 17-7. So big win for them. They play Georgia this week in the SEC championship. And then Iowa State with a solid win at home, 29-21 over Kansas State is really the only other game that matters for the playoff. Iowa State gets into the Big 12 championship, and they will face off against I'm blanking, Arizona State. But yeah, that's pretty much college football. A lot of rivalries, a lot of fights, a lot of chaos. We had some mascots throwing some haymakers, which was fucking awesome. But that's college football.
I'm all the way in for mascots throwing haymakers.
Yeah,
Let's make
that
let's
was
make it let's make that a weekly thing.
that was fucking awesome.
Let's make that a weekly thing.
Uh, and then obviously last week was Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. But let's run through a couple games NFL wise. Lions beat the Bears in a close one. Matt Eberflus gets fired. Long time coming. Of course, some another way the Bears found themselves losing, inventing new ways to lose.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sleeper game, Giants Cowboys was actually not terrible. And then Packers take care of business in the cold weather against the Finns, as we predicted. So I believe we both went 2-1 there. Oh no, you took the under in the Giants Cowboys. That's right.
But I had the Bears plus 10. So
Oh, yeah, so yeah, we both I lost the
I was going 2-1.
Lions. You hit the Bears, so and then I had the Cowboys, and we both had the Pack. So both went
Yes,
2-1
sir.
on Thanksgiving. That's nice for the show.
Oh yeah.
The Black Friday game was tough. Chiefs worked their black magic again, and
Yeah, yeah.
I think there was no, two missed field goals in this game.
3.
And yeah, and the total ended at, let's see if I can do math, 36. Over under was 42 and a half.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was hoping the Raiders scored a touchdown there to beat the Chiefs and hit the over, but unfortunately did not. Brock Bowers went off in this game, 150 yards. He's a fucking stud, but the Chiefs
Yeah.
again find a way to win.
Real quick. I saw something today. Brock Bowers is 10-1 right now to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't hate that
Do
at
you
all.
do you think that's worth the sprinkle with obviously Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix above him?
Definitely worth a sprinkle.
He leads the
Um,
he leads the NFL in receptions.
yeah, he's going off.
Like how in the world does I just I think it should be a lower number. I think 10-1 is value city, man.
Yeah, I think so. What do we have? We have 4 games left.
Yep.
Um, it's going to take,
Two
I
more of
mean, I
those
think,
games.
yeah, probably 2 more of those. And then you're going to have, unless if Jaden or Bo goes off one game and throws for like 4 tutties and like 350 yards, that's probably it, in my
Yeah.
opinion, just because that's how the awards go. But I mean, 10-1
Yeah.
is not bad value. He's going off.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Chiefs get another win, Black Friday. And then Sunday, you hit your Patriots +3 bet. Colts score on the last second touchdown, go for 2 for the win. But you cover, which is
Yes,
nice.
sir.
And Pats look pretty solid.
They
So
do.
move us
They,
back up in the draft order. I don't hate that result at all.
no, I'm fine with it. There's a bright shining light under center for this Pats team,
Right.
and we'll take another draft pick this year and to continue to build the roster around Drake May. And I think that kid's legit. Kid's a stud. Watching him live too, it's just a different feel of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Steelers Bengals was probably the craziest game I've ever seen in my life. 44-38 was the final. Um, I know the Bengals can score and their defense isn't good, but I didn't see the Steelers putting up. I mean, Russ threw for what, 450? That was
Yeah,
fucking nuts. Steelers
yeah,
+3 comes home. It was always Mike Tomlin as a dog.
yeah. I'm happy I took the Bengals -3 off my card before the podcast. I said I'm not betting against Mike Tomlin. Why do it? Especially this year. I
Hmm.
cursed myself on all Steelers bets by taking their under wins.
Yep. Chargers Falcons. Kirk throws 4 picks.
Yeah,
Under comes home there for me.
yeah,
So that was nice. But the Chargers win 17-13. Kind of an ugly, boring game. Seahawks Jets was mayhem. We had a big man touchdown. I think they had like a. I didn't pay too much attention to this matchup, believe it or not. Seahawks Jets. I think there was a fumble recovery for a touchdown too. 26-21. Oh, hi, buddy.
yeah. There's a
Uh,
whole lot of fuckery in that game.
yeah, 100%. Texans squeeze out a victory, 23-20 over the Jags. Uh, Trevor Lawrence got absolutely popped sliding down by Aziz Ashahir. He's suspended for 3 games for that hit. And Trevor is on the IR, so he's probably done for the year.
Yeah,
Um, but Mac Jones put together a little bit of a comeback. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. No, definitely did through two. I think it was two fourth quarter touchdowns and brought the Jags back in there. And Mac Jones still blows, so Jaguars will be probably looking at the number one pick. But
Yeah, they're definitely up there. Vikings 23-22 over the Cards. They made a fourth quarter comeback. They were now what?
um,
Good
they
amount.
were,
They were down by
yeah,
10 or so,
yeah,
maybe 9. And they
yeah.
come back for the dub.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Commanders womp the Titans. No story there. Bucks Panthers goes to OT. Bucks keep their season alive. 26-23 was the final in overtime. And they're clawing their way back into a wild card and maybe the division with the Falcons going on a slide here. I mean, if they put
Yeah,
together a few wins in a row and the Falcons keep dropping games, then they have a chance even with the 2 game lead in the head-to-head. Um, Rams beat the Saints 21-14. That was also a pretty boring game. Eagles Ravens matchup of the weekend by far 24-19 for the Eagles. Justin Tucker continues to be a problem. He missed 3 field goals. Um, yeah, that's not good. I think I saw a stat where they've lost all their losses have been a combined 22 points, and all Justin Tucker's misses are a combined 22 points so far this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this team is good everywhere, and Justin Tucker continues to struggle, which we know how good he can be. It's kind of sad to see, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, he was the best kicker in the NFL for 6, 7 years, and just has completely fallen off. Completely fallen
Hmm.
off, but this makes you wonder maybe if he kicks it into gear, no pun intended. Um, Maybe the Ravens are the team to win the Super Bowl. Maybe that's just their one missing link.
They should still make the playoffs without a sweat here.
Oh yeah,
Um, but credit to the Eagles. I mean, they keep rolling. The Eagles look real damn good.
yeah, they absolutely are rolling. That's why I couldn't lay off the Eagles getting 3 points just with the way they were playing.
Yeah, good bet there.
I couldn't.
And then Sunday night in the snow globe of all snow globes in Buffalo, 35-10 for the Bills. CMC goes down on a non-contact injury. So that's just tough to see.
Yeah,
But the Bills went 35-10, just dominated this game. Josh Allen currently in the lead for MVP. And they're rolling. They officially clinched the AFC East. So I hit my future on that, which was nice because I didn't hit any other bets after 1 o'clock, I don't think. So that was nice to see in the morning in the account.
oh yeah,
Um,
hell yeah.
but they're competing for the 1 seed too, so they're not going to stop. And then Monday night, honestly, Eagles Ravens was the most anticipated matchup of the weekend, but this was probably the game of the weekend. Browns Broncos. Jameis throws for 460 and
Four
two pick
touchdowns.
2 pick sixes, 4 tutties, and the Broncos win 41-32. I mean, this guy is just he's unlike anyone else, man. We say it every week now that he's the starter. It's just he's unfucking believable.
Yeah, that's the one thing. If you're employing Jameis Winston as your starting quarterback, you better invest in your defense.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
man's gonna let that guy's gonna let up the scoreboard, but man, is he gonna give you short fields and he's gonna give the other team a few points.
Uh-huh.
Man, that
And
guy's
that
awesome.
he is. He's the fucking best. I pray the Lord delivers me from pick sixes. Jameis Winston quote of the week.
There's one every week.
Oh my God, he's the best. But that's week 13 of the NFL. So let's get into championship weekend in college football.
Yes, sir. Let's hop into it.
Like you said, we're gonna have a pick on every game. There is 3 games on Friday, and we'll start off with Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State. They're playing at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State -5, total set at 57.5. They just played each other last weekend. It was a 19-17 win, excuse me, for Western Kentucky. And now they play each other again for the Conference USA Championship. What do you got here, Rich?
Um, so yeah, like you just said, they just played this past week. Western Kentucky won. That game was at home. But in this conference, I can't think of what the conference is off the top of my head. They play at the 1 seed's home stadium. So Western Kentucky will be traveling to Jacksonville State, getting the 3.5 points. I'm gonna ride with Western Kentucky here. They just played them the week prior. Um, They just won. Give me the team in the same matchup, plus 3.5. I know they're playing there, but you know, give that a couple points. Give that 1 or 2 points. I think Western Kentucky plus 3.5 is the right side.
Yeah, the line in the last game was -1 for Western Kentucky. This line opened at 1.5 for Jacksonville State. It's all the way up to 5 right now on DraftKings, -5 for Jacksonville State.
Oh, I
Total.
hate that.
Yeah, I know you put your picks in early. That's why I didn't mention anything. So you probably can't get the 5 now unless you want to double down. Um, I'm gonna take the um, under 57.5.
Okay.
These teams are pretty much even to the total combined this year, but they just put up a total of 36 points in the last game. It was clearly a battle. And the total of that game was set at 62. So they brought it down 5 points. I'll stick with it, keep it under in a close game.
Yep. I like it.
Next game is going to be Tulane at Army. Tulane's laying 5 points on the road currently with a total set at 45.5. These teams have not played each other this year. Army obviously 10-1, Tulane 9-3. I will let you go again here because this is the only game of the entire slate that I really couldn't make my mind up on. So I wanted to see what you had before I put it into play.
So you're deciding whether you're gonna fade my pick or ride my pick.
Well, it depends. I don't really know. I just
Okay.
couldn't really get a feel for this game. Two teams that haven't played each other, two really completely different teams
Yeah, yeah,
stylistically.
yeah.
It's just a
Big time.
weird one. And I know
Yeah,
Army's at home. I would say I was leaning toward Army getting points at home,
yeah.
but
So this was one of the more difficult games for me too because I kind of went back and forth a little bit. At first glance, I wanted to take Army plus the points, but then I just started digging a little bit, and like the one massive test that Army had this season, they got absolutely blown out, right, against Notre Dame and Tulane.
mhm.
Earlier in the year, they had a couple tough tests against Kansas State and Oklahoma when Oklahoma seemed to be a somewhat viable football team, a team that just beat Alabama nonetheless. They're still a good team, right? And they play both of those teams pretty tight. So I just think Tulane playing the tougher schedule and having the better results and playing well as of late will come into effect here. And I think Tulane -5 is what I got him at currently on DK -4.5. I'm going to go with Tulane -5.
All right, I'll join you. They also Tulane beat Navy 35-0.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame also did a similar thing to them. So I will join you on
Mhm.
Tulane -5.
I think Tulane might end up being um, one of the public sides this week. I don't know, but still, I just can't get myself to back Army this week. Just given the resumes.
Yeah. And then last game on Friday is UNLV at Boise State. These teams have faced off earlier in the year, end of October. Boise State won that game 29-14. The line for this game is the exact same line that it was in that game. Um, oh no, I'm sorry, it's flipped. UNLV was favored by 4 in the earlier game. Now Boise State is favored by 4 at home. Total set at 57.5, as compared to a 63.5 total in the last matchup. I'm on
You know
Boise
what?
State minus
Hold
the
up.
4.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. It's the same. It is the same exact line
But
as
flipped.
the last. No, it's Boise State's 4-point favorite in that last one, and 4-point favorite in this one too.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, so same exact line, lower total.
Yeah, and Boise State won 29-24, not 29-14.
Yes. My mistake, but either way, I'm going to take Boise State minus the 4.
Okay. Um, I'm going to take UNLV plus the 4. I had UNLV plus the 4 when they played the first time. I think UNLV got robbed of that game. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what the hell happened. Um, but I remember at the time UNLV should have won that game. So I'm gonna rock it. I've bet against Boise State a few times here, and it hasn't worked out in my favor. So I'm going back to the well of betting against Boise State, and I like UNLV. I like how they've kind of come out of nowhere the last year or two. So give me UNLV plus the 4. And
Yeah,
end
I
and and I this is maybe not betting with my head. This is more so betting with my heart because I cannot see Boise State getting a bye week. Like, please don't give Boise State a bye week in the college football playoff. They are not good enough for a bye week.
yeah, I think that's kind of my reasoning. And then also with Genti, the game they played previously too was also a Friday night game, just like this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, with the playoff berth on the line and potentially a bye, I just think and at home, I just think they're gonna come out. I think Genti's gonna come out and fucking just run his fucking face off and try to make that last push for the Heisman because he's second still in odds wise to Hunter. So I don't know. I think they
Yep.
come out with the fire and get up early and hopefully hold on to the lead. That's my thinking there.
Fair enough.
All right, let's go to Saturday. We're gonna start in the MAC. Ohio at Miami of Ohio. These teams also just played. Oh no, they didn't. I'm sorry, they did not just play. But Miami of Ohio at home laying 2 points with a total set at 44 and a half. I'm going to be on the Bobcats. I'm going to buy it up to 3. The Ohio Bobcats, not the Miami of Ohio, whatever they are. I don't even know what they are.
I think they're like the Hawks or some shit.
Yeah, well, that Bobcat's about to eat the Hawk.
Yeah, that Bobcat's getting dinner.
I will be on Ohio plus the 2
Yep.
because we're making a play out every game, and I like the Ohio Bobcats in this one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, I might I might add Ohio plus 2 because as you were saying Bobcat, I didn't even think about their mascot. I was driving Shannon to the airport a week and a half ago, and I saw a Bobcat on the highway.
The
So
signs.
I'm taking that as a sign to take Ohio plus 2 in this matchup. So that is an addition to my slate. I'm double dipping in Ohio and Miami, Ohio. I'll be on Ohio plus 2, and I'm on the under 44 and a half. I think this game's going to be a dogfight between these guys. So give me the under 44 and a half.
Nice. Yeah. My Ohio is 9-3 with an 8-4 ATS as opposed to Miami of Ohio 8-4 with a 6-6 ATS record too. So
Yeah.
just a little bit of stats. Next up, Iowa State at Arizona State. Um, Arizona State minus 2 at home. Total set at 49 and a half. I'm on ASU money line here. This team
Uh,
is
it's it's not at home. It's a central location.
is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
AT&T
not
Stadium in
all of the
Dallas.
conference. Yeah, not all of the conference championships are home. It's like the mid major ones that are home, and then you got obviously the power conferences that have the central locations.
Um, fair enough. They're actually at AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Yep.
Um, as I pull it up here, both teams 10-2, ASU 10-2 ATS, Iowa State 7-5 ATS. Arizona State has been hot as can be, maybe the hottest team in college football as of right now. And I'm going to take them on the money line. It was minus 135 earlier. It is down to minus 125, so I will play them at minus 125.
Uh, I locked in Iowa State money line plus 105. Don't even give me the 2 points. Iowa State money line. Um, they weren't the preseason favorite to win the conference. I think they were like fourth behind Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and Utah. So they're playing to par, and Arizona State has come out of nowhere. Over under is 3.5 wins. I think this is if we can go back to our conference previews, we could pull out an old takes exposed of me saying this team might win one game. So
Who
if you
is?
want to Arizona State. So if you
Arizona
want to go
State.
back, yeah, if you want to go back and pull that clip up, and throw me on throw me on blast, you can go right ahead and do that. But I'm gonna go Iowa State to beat Arizona State. I think the Cinderella run is going to come to an end here. I think Iowa State wins and gets into the playoff.
Fair enough. Ooh, gets into the playoff. Would they get? Yeah, they would get a berth. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm just riding with the hot hand in that one.
Yeah, no,
All right, let's
fair enough.
go.
Arizona State's been playing unbelievable, dude.
We
Scatterboo,
go
crazy.
to Scatterboo. Yeah, I love that guy. We go to Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The home team, not at home, is Texas. Georgia is the away team. Texas -3 in a rematch from earlier this year with the total set at 49.5. I will let you take this one, sir, because you are a Texas fan. How are you feeling?
Um, I feel good about it. I think this is a good spot for Texas to show that they are the best team in the SEC. Georgia had a couple hiccups down the stretch there after putting the wallop on Texas at Texas. So I think this is a good chance for them to go to not Athens, but to go into Georgia. It's probably going to be more of a heavy crowd leading the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Kind of give them a taste of the medicine that Georgia gave them. So you know where I'm going with this one. I'm taking Texas -2.5. Hook 'em. Let's go.
Yep, I will be joining you, but I'm gonna play the money line instead.
Okay.
I don't need the points, but I do think Texas will get up for this one, and I don't trust Carson Beck. So,
No, dude, I just gotta say, I saw one of the best tweets ever last weekend. And it was like a picture of Carson Beck and it was a picture of Haynes King. And they're like they should have called this instead of like whatever the rivalry is between the two teams when they play. They're like they should call this the meth bowl. And
yeah,
dude,
we didn't
and it
even
was like
we,
the pictures of them were like it was unbelievable.
we didn't even talk about Georgia Tech, how they almost lost.
No, we did.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was crazy.
they snuck in. All right,
They snuck in all right.
next game is Marshall at Cajun Field in Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns -5.5. Actually, DraftKings, yeah, -5.5. Doesn't even have it up on DraftKings, but -5.5 on MGM. Total set at 56.5. Raging Cajuns 10-2, 7-5 ATS. Marshall 9-3, 10-1 ATS. The Cajuns laying 5.5 at home. I thought about this one for a while. I looked at the stats. Both teams are really, really good running the ball. Uh, but I'm gonna stick with my guns and take the 10-1 ATS team getting 5.5. And we'll see where the line goes. If I can buy it to 7 at a reasonable price, I will do that. It opened at 3.5, so it's already moved up 2 points. But I'm gonna stick with Marshall. I've been betting them a few times here down the stretch. I'll take the 5.5 points and possibly 7 if I can get it there.
Alrighty. I like that. I lean Marshall as well in this spot. I couldn't decide between a side, but I really like the over 56.5. I think this is gonna be a fast paced up and down the field game, chunk play after chunk play after chunk play. So yeah, give me the over 56.5.
Fair enough. I don't hate it. Next up, ACC Championship. This one is being played at Bank of America Stadium, which I don't even know. Where is that? Bank of America Stadium.
That is in Charlotte.
Charlotte. Clemson, the away team, SMU, the home team. SMU minus 2.5 with a total set at 55.5. What do you got here?
Um, I lean Clemson plus the points. I don't know why. There's something telling me that Clemson will probably win the game, but I'm not going to bet that way. I'm going to go under 57. Um, Clemson's defense has been pretty solid this season. I think SMU may struggle to move the ball on them throughout this game. I think it gets pretty. I don't think it's going to be like no points in this game like it was South Carolina Clemson, but I do think it stays under that 57 number. I just don't see this game being 30-30. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go under 57 here.
Yeah, I actually like that pick a lot. It's already moved down to 55.5 as well. So you got it at a good number.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna be on SMU money line.
Okay.
SMU's defense, as much as their offense gets put on display every week because not a lot of people watch the ACC, their defense is really, really good. They let up under 100 yards a game rushing the ball. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I think this SMU team is really, really fucking good. And Clemson has played well this year, but also kind of cakewalk through a easier schedule, lost to Georgia early, and then went on a run,
Yep.
and then they lost to a good South Carolina team last week. So
Yep.
I don't know. I like SMU, kind of more of a feeling pick, but I do really like their defense as well. So that makes me like the under, like you said as well. And then the last game of conference championship weekend is Penn State at Oregon, but at Lucas Oil. Oregon, the home team, obviously 12-0, undefeated. Penn State 11-1. Both teams 6-6 against the spread. The total here is 49.5, and Oregon is laying 3.5 in Indy. Um, I'll let you take this one.
Um, I've had a tough time with this spread here. To be honest with you, so I like the under. I'm taking the under, and I like Penn State plus 3.5. Let me kind of explain myself here a little bit. I think it maybe might come off as crazy. I think people think this line should be a little bit more than 3.5, but I'd like Penn State at 3.5. Ohio State was favored over Oregon when they met up earlier this year. Oregon ended up winning that game. Penn State played Oregon. Penn State played Ohio State very, very closely. So I just think those three teams are 1, 2, and 3. I think Oregon's very, very good, but I don't think they're over a field goal better than Ohio State or Penn State. So I just think they're all within that 3 point marker. So especially at a neutral site, give me Penn State plus 3.5. I'm not officially on it, but that's where I'd go. Um, but I am officially on the under 49.5. I think this game's going to be a dogfight.
I will join you. Under 49.5 is what it's at currently. That's what I am on. These teams are combined 14 and 10 to the under. Uh, Two of the top defenses in the nation. When Penn State played Ohio State, it was a dogfight, as you said, low scoring game, 20-13, I believe was the final. I expect a similar type game here. Give me the under 49.5. Um,
Hell yeah, man.
as far as the side, because you did talk about it a little bit, I've been burnt by Penn State so many times in
Yeah,
big games like this,
that's why I'm
thinking,
not. That's why I'm not taking it. That's
yeah, I
why I'm
just
not
every
taking it.
time I think, I mean, they're a good team. They're a great team. They're 11 and 1. Like that's a great team. But in big games like this, when it really comes down to it, they just seem to find a way to always just kind of fold under pressure. And I always think they're going to turn around. They never do. So give me the under. Fuck Penn State.
I love it. Under. Let's go.
All right, that is conference championship weekend. Good luck, everyone. It is a fun weekend. Obviously, it's not the traditional college slate where there's a million games, but bowl season is coming. So enjoy these big games while they last, and we will have more to come. Let's go straight into the NFL. And we're going to start on Thursday. Divisional matchup, Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. Lions laying 3.5 at home. Total set at 51.5. Um, I don't have an official play on this game quite yet. The line was at 4 earlier. It's down to 3.5 now. I lean toward the pack. Lions beat them in the first matchup this year, and I also lean toward the under 51.5. I think that's a lot of points. Even though Detroit is a dome, divisional matchup, I expect it to be close and low scoring, but no official play from me here.
Yeah, I don't have an official side here. I lean the Packers. Um, I think the Lions, though. I mean, they just had one bad half, right? They just had one bad half in the last 10 games. They've been blowing teams out of the water. So I'm definitely a little scared to take a spread of that size. 3.5 is kind of short. Um, I lean the over 51.5. I just think the Packers, as of late, in Green Bay have been playing some pretty shitty weather. So going into the dome might figure up their offense a little bit more. I think they might be putting up some points, and obviously Detroit will put up some points too. So that's where I lean, but not nothing official as of yet.
Fair enough. All right, let's go to Sunday. By the way, this is the last week of bye weeks, so we'll have a full slate going forward after this week. And also for that last game, Romeo Dubs was officially ruled out. Josh Jacobs is questionable, but he's been practicing in limited capacity, so he should play. Um,
Yep.
but let's go to Sunday. No more buys after this week. We got Jacksonville at Tennessee in a divisional matchup as well. Titans minus 3.5 at home. Total set at 39.5. No, thank you.
Yep. No, thank you. So I'll be taking the under 39.5 points. This is going to be an absolute despicable game.
Mac Jones versus Will Levis. What a showdown it is.
I mean, it's either going to be a 13-10 final, or it's going to be a 38-33 final. There's no in between. It's good. It's going to be nowhere near the number of the total. It's going to be way under or way over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the under.
Gross.
Rooting for
Gross,
shitty
gross,
teams to be
gross,
shitty.
gross, gross. Disgusting.
Yuck.
Next up is Falcons at Vikings. Vikings laying 5.5 at home. Total set at 45.5. Obviously the Falcons coming off a 4-pick game from Kirk. Minnesota keeps rolling. I got nothing here either. I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I kind of hate this slate, I'm not gonna lie.
Not the biggest fan. I found some plays, but I'm not a huge fan of the slate for sure.
Yeah, it feels similar. All right, let's just go to the next one then.
Yep.
Even better. Panthers at the Eagles. Eagles minus 12 and a half with a total set at 46. Yep. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
Nothing. I got nothing.
No, thanks. I mean, after last week, I mean, I bet on the Raven, or I didn't bet on the Ravens, but I liked the Ravens last week. Uh, and after that showing from the Eagles, I'm hesitant to bet against them. And I'm
Yep.
definitely not taking the fucking Panthers, even though Bryce Young has looked better. So
Yeah, I mean, no shot, no shot. The Panthers are the right side, um, but I'm not laying 13 points.
not in the NFL. No, no,
Not,
no.
not doing that.
All right, AFC East matchup: Jets at the Dolphins. Dolphins minus 6 at home. Total set at 45. This one's not as bad, but I still don't have a play.
Um, yeah, I don't have anything. I mean, I lean the Dolphins minus the 6, and I lean the under 45 and a half. Um, but I don't like anything. I don't like anything enough. Aaron Rodgers is a bum, blowing a 14-point lead. Um,
Terrible.
the Jets, the Jets are just a bad team, man. I bet on the Jets last week. That was one of my added plays, and it looked good early on, but um, the Jets will be the Jets. The Jets will be Jetson, as they say.
Hmm.
So, and the Dolphins got Tua back. They've been looking pretty good. Obviously, they can't play in cold weather, but they're back at home in that warm Miami, warm Miami atmosphere. So expect them to kind of get the ball rolling. I think they win. 6 points is a good amount for a divisional matchup, so I don't really like it that much, but I expect the Dolphins to
I,
win here.
similar thinking. I think the Dolphins can roll, but this Jets team has just been unpredictable this year. So
Yep.
no, thank you. Next one, Cleveland at Pittsburgh, another divisional matchup, of course. Pittsburgh laying 6.5 at home, total set at 43 and a half. We just saw this game in the snow on Thursday night 2 weeks ago. Obviously, the Browns won in a snow game. I think the Steelers bounce back and probably take this one, but again, 6.5 points in a divisional game is a lot. And all love to Jameis, but Steelers are too good for me to be betting on you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Browns plus six and a
It's,
half.
you on them?
I'm on them. Give me Jameis. Um, for anyone who listens to this, this should be an automatic play the Steelers. This should be an auto mega max play the Steelers here. Because I'm betting against the Steelers. I just continually
No,
do it,
yeah.
and I'm gonna do it again. I don't know. They played well. They beat them in the snow. They've been playing well. Besides two pick sixes from Jameis, they beat the Broncos in Denver. I think they've been playing pretty good. So give me the Browns plus a 6.5.
Okay, I'll take the
And
Steelers minus six
hopefully
and a half then.
hopefully the Browns end the curse of me and the Steelers, but we'll
I'm
see.
I'm going to tail the curse and take the Steelers minus 6.5.
You're a smarter man than me, Fuski.
I'm trying to find ways to play it.
So
It's not
that's
my
your play.
favorite slate, like I said. No, I
That
have
that that's your angle this week.
no, I
Take the
have
rich curse.
four, but they're all in the late window. No, actually, I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
one in the
I
one
got you.
o'clock. I gotta find some 1 o'clock. So give me the Steelers minus 6.5. Fuck it.
Yes, sir.
I have been saying I've been betting on the Steelers and I've been winning. So
Yeah, keep doing it, dude.
all right.
Keep doing it.
Next game, Raiders at the Bucks. Bucks minus 6.5, total set at 46. I'm on the over. These teams are combined 16-8 to the over. I bet it last week. I think I bet it a couple weeks prior as well. I'm going to stick with my Bucks over betting against a Las Vegas team that doesn't have much of a defense and can put up a few points. Aiden O'Connell didn't look terrible against the Chiefs last week, so give me the over 46 in this one.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to be on the Bucks -6.5 here. They're on a 2-game win streak. A little bit of a hiccup against. They won last week, but a little bit of a hiccup against the Panthers, winning OT by the field goal. The week prior, they smoked the Giants, but before that, they were on a 4-game losing streak. So, I think you were talking about it earlier with the Falcons. This is their opportunity to kind of strike and kind of go with it, and I think this is a good opportunity to continue that ball rolling. And I think they win this game by a touchdown over the Raiders. I think the Raiders kind of played out of their shoes last week against a division rival. Going into this week, I don't think they stand a chance here against the Bucks. So give me the Bucks -6.5.
Nice. Next up, final 1 o'clock game, Saints at the Giants. Saints laying 4.5 points on the road. Total set at 41. No, thank you. Gross.
Yep.
Gross. All right, let's go to afternoon.
Yep.
Seahawks at the Cardinals. Cardinals -2.5 at home. Total set at 44.5. I will be taking the Cardinals on the money line. This team's just played 2 weeks ago. They got absolutely bottled up in the run game. James Conner ran for 8 yards on 7 carries. Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals.
Yep. Cardinals. I'm on them. Cardinals have it written down -3.
Yeah.
They're -2.5, -118. But so that was kind of my angle last week with the Jets was so the Seahawks came off of 2 tough divisional games, beating the Cardinals and the Niners, and then traveling all the way across country to play the Jets, and then that's why I wanted to take the Jets. I thought it was a good spot. And then now, after winning that game, they travel back to the West Coast, going to Arizona. I think Arizona gets a little bit of vengeance here, so give me the Cardinals.
Agree. That's my angle as well. And the NFC West has just been parity from start to
Yeah,
finish here. So it only makes sense that the Cardinals jump back into the lead after just playing them 2 weeks ago. So
I gotcha.
next up is Bears at Niners. Niners are laying 4, hosting the Bears. Total set at 44. No thanks. McCaffrey out, Mason out. Bears are on a 6-game losing streak, I think.
Yeah.
No thanks. I don't love it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely hate this game. I want to think that the Bears will come out and play after getting rid of Eberflus, and McCaffrey out. I think the Niners might be checked out. So I don't know. I want to take the Bears, but it'll catch me dead before I put money on the Bears right now.
Yep. Same. In a ditch. Last afternoon game is Bills at the Rams. Bills -4, total set at 49.5. Give me the Bills. I'm buying it to 3. Road favorite, fighting for a 1 seed, getting healthy. Milano just came back last week. The Rams have struggled, but they still have won some games. But this Buffalo team is different. Give me Bills -3.
This Buffalo team is for sure different, man. They are for sure different. That's the way I would lean too. It's a kind of similar spot as the Eagles last week. It's just kind of hard to bet against them right now. They've just been absolutely rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a play on it right now. I don't really want to play the Bills because I feel like if I do, they're going to lose. It's one of those spots. It's just like it doesn't look right. I think it should be closer to like a 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, long travel. Pretty
Yeah.
different environment from what they just played last week. But like I said, I think this Bills team is just too good.
Yeah. So Yeah, I don't have anything as of now on that one.
All right, Sunday night, Chargers at the Chiefs, divisional matchup. Chiefs are laying 4 at home. Total set at 43. I'm taking the Chargers +4.
Oh shit!
I don't think I bet against the Chiefs one time this year. Uh, but line just moved to 3.5.
Nice, good, good, good.
But yeah,
Chiefs minus 3.5.
yeah. I mean,
That's my play.
I don't know.
I'm on the Chiefs
I
here.
yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, they just do it every week. But what I'm hoping is if the Chiefs do win this game, it is in their uh black magic fashion, and their Chargers are within 4 points when that happens. So
I don't really have much of an angle on it. I just like the Chiefs this week.
me either. I just like the Chargers.
All right,
And then
me and Fuski will let's go. Let's come up with something. A little Sunday night football. We got to come up with something here. Loser has to do something on the podcast, or I said we should start doing that. This is
uh,
this is ATS. This is ATS, not straight up. I was thinking, let's do that, but like maybe next week, if we have a go ahead or something in a primetime game. The winner will choose a hat, any hat they want for the other to wear on the
oh God,
podcast. The loser,
I
will-
like
the
that too.
loser, the loser will send the money to the winner. He doesn't know what it is. The winner will buy it with that money. Send it to their address. Your
Okay,
address. You send it to my address.
all right.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. But maybe that'll be the next week one.
No, we can do that this week.
You want to do that this week?
Yeah, I like that better. I was just spitballing.
All right, let's do it.
All right, it's a hat
Also,
off.
it's a hat off. Wait 1 second. Quick update. I have a quick update for anyone who cares. DraftKings, they do the King of the Court. You know that thing they do? Tonight, I took my player prop was Cade Cunningham over 25 points. It was like plus 120. And through four completed games. Oh, almost five completed games actually. He is
Celtics
in the
just
lead.
went final.
Yeah, yeah, but he's in the lead for points, rebounds, assists right now.
Oh, let's go.
So I'll get my share of $1,000,000 for a bonus
It's
bet.
under million. I hit one on Giannis. I think it was like $29 bonus bet.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping. Oh
Oh,
boy,
it doesn't sound good.
I need Giannis to slow his roll here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, sorry, I spoke
But
his name.
yeah, dude, a little gypsy witchcraft on me. But I'm thinking that Cade Cunningham one would be like $50.
Yeah, he's probably not the most bet, not even close. All right, that's pretty much it for NFL. Mentioned Cincy at Dallas on Monday night. Bengals are favored by 5.5, the total set at 49.5. We always tweet them out on Monday anyways. So that's it. I got 5 plays in the NFL. Every game we both picked for college.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, home stretch. I think this one, I think because we both picked um, every game for a conference championship, this could be a big swinging point in how we end record wise for the season.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
hoping it goes well because I came all the way back in college and I don't want to tank right here, but I'm feeling good. Feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good though too. I'm feeling good. I had a couple week rough stretch there in the middle of the season, but the last 30 I'm 48, 42 and 3. So, I'm
There we
consistently.
go.
I'm getting back up there. NFL, I'm one below 500 right now. No, two below 500. College, eight below 500. So I'm
All right.
creeping. I'm inching my way back, Fuski. I'm inching my way back.
Well, let's do it. Good shit. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, leave some comments, follow the socials.
Yes, sir.
And
Appreciate you.
we will
Appreciate
see
y'all.
you next week. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving and thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Peace.